Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade. Welcome to Three Count Commentaries. So today we're going to talk about Damian Priest's debut on Monday Night Raw. Damian Priest made his WWE, let's say, debut, which of course does not make sense because NXT is WWE. But he made his main roster, quote unquote, debut, which of course some people say doesn't make sense because NXT is the main roster. Let's just say he was in the Royal Rumble. Let's just put it like that. He was in the Royal Rumble uh, when Bad Bunny came to the ring after having his equipment bashed by The Miz, and Damian Priest tossed Miz and Morrison over the top rope. Okay, cool. And then, of course, from there, Bad Bunny jumped off the second rope or the top rope, however that happened, onto Miz and Morrison. All right, fine. So then Raw comes on, and we find out that Bad Bunny is going to be on Miz TV. So this Bugatti, and I'm like, what on earth? Uh, I thought for a moment, I was like, they got Ric Flair showing up in Bugattis now? Because they almost always do the whole Ric Flair shows up in a limo or something like that. But when I found out it was Bad Bunny, I was like, okay, it makes sense for a rapper to have a Bugatti. It makes sense. And then we hear he's gonna be on Miz TV, and then we see, this little thing of him talking to Damian Priest, and Damian Priest is chatting to him in Spanish. Big old Puerto Rican flag right in the middle of Damian Priest's shirt. Big old Puerto Rican flag. So later that night, we got the Miz TV segment. So Miz, of course, introduces Bad Bunny. They come out. I skipped all the stuff about about the Royal Rumble and everything. We already know that. We already went through that. So Miz apologized for taking his briefcase and destroying Bad Bunny's equipment. Bad Bunny accepted. Say, okay, cool. So then Miz tries to goad an apology from Bad Bunny, who doesn't want to apologize. Apologize for what, And then Miz says, "We know that you want to be a WWE superstar." And Bad Bunny says, "Yes, it's one of my dreams." No, of course it is. And so the Miz starts talking about how he can make that happen. All Bad Bunny has to do is help him and John Morrison make an album. That's all they want. It can be summed up in one sentence. We get Grammys, you get Slammies. I thought that was fantastic. As much as I hate the Miz and John Morrison, that line was great. That line was great. And John Morrison rapping in Spanish was fucking amazing. Not because it was good, because I didn't know his Spanish was that good. Like, I know that John Morrison worked in Mexico. He was a former AAA mega champion. He was down there for a long time. I know his wife also speaks fluent Spanish. But I didn't know that he was going to go this hard with the Spanish. I had no idea. So basically, Miz was talking about, hey, look what I did for Daniel Bryan. I took this lumping piece of clay and turned him into a main eventer for WrestleMania. And so Bad Bunny kind of interrupted and it was like, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in helping you guys or collaborating with you guys. He says, I'm just here because a friend wanted to come on Miz TV. And they're like, oh, a friend. Okay, well, sure. Here your friend come out. And of course, here comes Damian Priest. So Damian Priest comes to the ring. He immediately punches Miz in the face. Immediately. Just knocks Miz right down. Boom. And John Morrison powders because why not? Because why not? We go to commercial, come back as The Miz versus Damian Priest. And I see another Puerto Rican flag on Damian Priest's tights. I'm like, okay, I see where we're going here. And so they have this match or whatever. Miz got some offense in, not a lot though. And John Morrison was being a distraction. And The Miz was also kind of taunting Bad Bunny a little bit, when he was up, when he was on top. As Damian Priest started getting any advantage, Miz tried to cheat, tried to grab the briefcase. Bad Bunny grabbed the briefcase, bopped John Morrison over the head with it. And then, while The Miz is aghast at that, he gets hit with the reckoning to give Damian Priest victory. So Damian Priest got to, he won his first match, and then later he got a nice little handshake from Edge, and Edge told him that he was impressed with his Royal Rumble performance. So Damian Priest was shot out of a cannon. You know, Bad Bunny is a huge star in Latin America, and they paired him up with Damian Priest, and then they put all this Puerto Rico shit on. We know Damian Priest is Puerto Rican. Okay, come on, we already know that. But I don't think I've ever seen how Puerto Rican he was until on this show, where they just kind of be like, he's from Puerto Rico. Like put it on your chest, put it on your tights, put it on everything. I don't know if Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican though. But we got, but it was nice. It was a great rub. Not only did he get to wrestle somebody like The Miz, who is good at getting heat. The Miz and Bad Bunny stuff was fun. Much as cringe as The Miz is, him and John Morrison, they were kind of the perfect foils for Damian Priest. So they were not a physical threat. They could talk themselves up, lose, and then talk themselves up later. It's not that big of a deal. So I was cool with the Bad Bunny stuff. He didn't do a lot. He didn't do too much. They liked having celebrities around. I don't mind it. I think his cross body was actually okay. It was actually not that bad. He did it like he trusted these guys, and he just like, I'm just gonna go do it. Boom. Same thing with the briefcase. Like he seems to be having fun, and he seems to like know his place where he's not trying to talk too much. He's not trying to be out there too much. He comes across as a guy like an isekai. He's a guy, and he's a fish on land. Where he's seen all this stuff, but he's not like, I can do this, and he's getting in the way. He's just kind of doing little stuff here and there. And he's really kind of aiding getting over Damian Priest, which is good. Damian Priest didn't need to be overshadowed by this guy. So this was great. A lot of Americans don't really understand about Bad Bunny. To be quite honest, I don't either, because I don't understand Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I don't even know whether this guy's Puerto Rican or Mexican. I have no idea. But I know that the Latin Grammys is a big deal, and this guy's probably, I remember seeing the song for the first time. When I first heard about the song, it had like millions of views before I even knew it existed. Like that's when you don't live in the wrestling bubble, and you step outside the wrestling bubble for a little bit, and you see the potential for that crossover there. And they dumped Damian Priest right in the middle of it. Like, boom, here you are with the biggest Latin star in the world, apparently, and you're Latino as well. Put all of these people out here, and there was a lot of Spanish going on, but it was cool. It was really cool stuff. I didn't mind anything that they did. It was infinitely better than Keith Lee's debut. So much better. I actually felt like they cared about Damian Priest. They even gave him the big handshake from a legend. He got the big handshake spot. So Damian Priest could he be the guy? Of course, I think so. I think Damian Priest is really good for a long time now. Of course, he stuck with The Miz, but I don't know how long this is going to last. Now, some people are thinking, oh, it's going to be Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania. I wouldn't go that far. I would certainly not go that far. I would not do that. Especially not if you're going to hire Carlito. Now, Carlito, I'm not going to talk about Carlito here. But when he had his match, they announced him from, quote, the Caribbean. Like, the guy's Puerto Rican. Why didn't you just say he's from Puerto Rico? So, like, you could just have, if you're going to do Team Mexico, I'm wading into xenophobic territories here. If you're going to do the Spanish speaking guys, Carlito speaks Spanish. So you could just be like, okay, Carlito and Damian Priest. Give Damian Priest another rub. And you have Carlito and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania. I think that would be cool. Or you could just have Damian Priest do literally anything else at WrestleMania. I mean, you could have Damian Priest versus Lashley. You could have Damian Priest wrestle Drew McIntyre. You could, you have options with Damian Priest there. I think this is a good beginning, if we're going to put it like that. I don't think that Bad Bunny needs to be there the whole time. I think that celebrities are good in small spurts. Him doing 2 nights, doing Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I mean, the Royal Rumble and Raw is fine. We don't need him to do any more of this stuff. But I wouldn't be mad if he was to, come back in a couple of weeks or something like that. But I think 2 nights of him back to back is enough. Because a lot of people don't really understand it. They're boomers. They're kind of like, and being a boomer is a mentality. It's not necessarily an age thing. Like I am sort of a boomer when it comes to newer music. Like I didn't know this guy existed. Like it's not like I would know. I'm black. I'm not fucking Puerto Rican. I don't speak Spanish. Why the hell would I know this guy exists? So there's a lot of other people who are like that too, but they trend more negative, where they kind of like nobody knows who this guy is. It's like no, you don't know who this guy is. I went and saw the music video because I heard the fucking beat and I was like, what the hell is that? And I went and looked it up. Shit has hundreds of millions of views. This guy is serious business. Yes, they brought him onto Raw. They've been fools not to. you know, and they did a great thing by giving Damian Priest a rub. They put Damian Priest in a spot with Bad Bunny. This is dope. It's really dope for Damian Priest. He's a guy. He's a little bit older. I think Damian Priest is like 36 or something like that now. So he's gotta get it fast. He's got to get it and get it fast. So I hate to be Dave Meltzer on this, but he's got to get it fast because he's a 36-year-old rookie on the main roster. So he's got to get it fast. But he doesn't have the weight problem that Big E has. So we'll see how it turns out. But I was infinitely better and more impressed with this Damian Priest debut than I have been with most debuts. And that's saying something because Bianca Belair's debut is pretty cool too. But they put like some real effort into this one. Let me know what you guys think of Damian Priest's debut. Let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Around the world, use the hashtag 3Count commentaries to support the channel, to draw more attention to the channel. And thank you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Da, 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 da.